You're listening to NTParanormal After Dark. Nothing normal about it.
We're super serious. The intros are getting better and better, I think.
Not normal?
No.
Dude, we're awesome now.
Okay.
I mean, we're officially a podcast, too, so.
Yay.
So, we have a new guest with us now. Kirsten here, who, on our last investigation and one other before that, has been behind the camera a few times.
Yeah.
So, like, if you don't recognize her face, that's because she's usually behind the camera.
Yeah.
That's her face.
I normally stay behind it. So, this is the first time I'm in front of the camera, so hi.
Oh, shit. I'm sending links out to people.
Wow.
I was making sure people getting watched. I was sending links. I was doing my due diligence and
No
shit.
one cares.
Yeah.
Everyone cares. Our entire fan base cares.
Our entire
All two
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, all 10 of them in half of Alberta, Canada.
And half of Alberta. Yeah.
Lethbridge.
I love telling people, I was like, hey, we're big in Canada.
In part of Canada.
Oh, in part of Canada.
Which only has 5 people.
Gee, like the whole country. There's
Yeah.
5 people.
5 people.
They count moose as population.
Oh, Jesus. There's a lot of moose.
God, I really miss the show Northern Exposure.
I never watched it.
You never watched... You people are horrible. Why do I hang out with y'all?
I don't know.
Um,
I don't particularly like you either. Why do we hang out?
we're down-ass bitches.
So, I did a whole lot of planning for this show.
Yeah.
A whole lot of planning.
And it's just going right out the fucking
I know, I wrote some stuff down on paper, and then I changed it all like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So,
Um.
try to keep up.
Okay, go ahead. Astound us with your abilities.
I got nothing.
So this is the show, folks.
It's like...
NTParanormal out.
Peace.
Peace.
So,
So,
Steven stopped watching because he's all late and probably got bored, and now
he's already bored. So, we finally did the follow-up to Kyle, guys. There's probably not going to be a video for a while, but...
No, we did the first follow-up to Kyle, remember?
And we found out, I don't think I'm going to post anything out of there.
No, we didn't find anything.
No.
I can take the most... bland video, no evidence, nothing questionable, and it can still be, something that I can edit and put up there, that place.
That one was.
That sucked. Until the last time we went there.
Well, which was stupid because we were hanging out and it was just me and you. And no one else was around and we were just driving around. I was like, hey, Kyle's over there. And you're like, yeah, we should drive by Kyle. And I was like, okay, we could just go give it a look. But we probably shouldn't, go in. We don't have any of our equipment. And then you were like, no, we gotta go in. And you kind of acted like a bag of peas.
Oh, now we have 3 people.
Holy crap,
Holy
3
shit.
people.
Sorry, anyway.
3? Are y'all
3
all...
whole people.
So,
Are you on the same computer?
I don't know.
so you forced me into Kyle's cemetery under duress?
That doesn't sound good at all.
No.
No! That sounds a bit assaulty.
It wasn't as salty. We both wanted to go in, but I don't... Oh my god. Now I can't say anything. I'm done.
Was it salty, Sarah? How salty was it?
I'm not going to do anymore.
Oh, okay.
I quit.
So,
I just got here.
So we drive up, and we already are creeped out because the place is... If our son is distracting you with Lego Avengers, then you're a child, and I need to come home and watch my kids. All 3 of them.
unless they're haunted, just ignore them.
Yeah. So we got out there, and we were getting creeped out going up that dirt road, and then, things happened. Go ahead, tell the story. Tell the story.
Well, I mean, I've got it actually recorded. I have audio documentation.
Would you have it from when we drove up and...
No, the conversation going up there was really good because I pulled up and you were okay. So
We've all been to Kyle. She went out there.
You went with us?
Yeah,
okay.
remember she operated the camera on the follow-up video.
The one
Okay, so that was the first one you did.
Okay,
us,
but
right?
I've noticed this difference though. The first night we went out there, like the one where I had the weird experience, it was a really dark night, kind of overcast, no moon. The second time we went out there, when we did the actual investigation as opposed to just scouting, really dark, no moon. When you went out there with us, the moon was bright as fuck.
Yeah, you could see all the way across.
Yeah, and you could see everything, and that seems to be the difference because when me and Brad went back the other night, it was dark, like, and we didn't even have flashlights because we hadn't brought our stuff. We were just scouting again.
Mm-hmm.
So when he pulled up,
Sorry.
when he pulled up to the graveyard,
So I pulled up and like the headlights go across the graveyard when you like turn or whatever. And dude, I swear to God, I saw. God, I don't know what I saw, but it was moonwalking. Like
there's something wrong with its legs. It's not moonwalking. There's just something wrong.
Or it really likes Michael Jackson's Thriller. I'm not 100% sure what its problem is, but it likes to walk backwards and dance and like point and that's its thing. It scared the shit out of me. I didn't want to get out of the car. And then
No, you didn't want to get out of the car, but then you're like, no, we gotta get out because I don't want to be a pussy.
no, I said we got to get out because I've got to pee, or I'm going to pee my pants.
No, but you were like, okay, and you were a little more into going in there than me. Like, I was already freaked out. Because I thought it was a notable, like, demeanor change.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why I was so gung-ho about going there.
Anytime any one of us has said, hey, I don't want to go
It's
somewhere.
a bad idea. Like,
You've been like, okay, fine, let's go. Or anytime someone said, let's pack it in. But I was pretty freaked out, and you were still like, no, we need to do this. And I didn't want to be a pussy either, so I followed along. So
I don't know, but I immediately had to pee, and you would not let go of my back.
I was scared. I don't look. You know what? I should have turned around, and I had the only flashlight, and I should have let the goat man freaking eat you.
I'm not used to tandem peeing, and
I wasn't peeing. I don't like you.
it seemed like a team effort, but
Guard your back.
but we went in there, and I had a brand new camera that I hadn't tested out yet. It was like I made a new IR camera. It's a still shot or after shot. We went in there, and we were trying to use that.
Okay. So anyway, continue.
So I'm taking still shots with it, and I'm doing some video or whatever, which is completely useless because Sarah freaked out and knocked the battery out of the camera.
Okay, first off, we were standing there, and we noted that we've been out there before, and on the right side of the cemetery are there's some trees that have been damaged by tornadoes.
Right.
There's a hill down. There's some war graves. We've never had any incidents on the right side of the cemetery. Like, remember, Allie, the first time we sat over there, we did the EVPs, nothing happened.
Yeah,
Kristen,
nothing.
you were over there, nothing weird on that side of the cemetery. But the other side of the cemetery, there's two trees. So the south is where we park. The north is where the weird gate is, where there is no actual gate, just the break in the fence. Usually there's trees in between us and the gate.
Yeah, right, where reality ends.
But, and, the devil dimension begins. But we didn't see any trees. And, in fact, we couldn't visualize the gate or the fence on the other side of the cemetery, which is crazy, because the cemetery is not that big.
No, it's God. What is it? It's like 4 times the size of this room, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
And there's a big field in the middle, so you really should be able to see all the graves. Everything spatial relation-wise was wrong.
Yeah, it was all screwed up again, and of course I didn't have a freaking tape measure.
But you had the camera, and we had found a spider web, and I was wigging out because there was a spider web, and you were looking at that, and then I turned around, and I saw a shadow, and I screamed, which I don't normally do on investigations.
But you did that time.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but then I rationalized it was my own shadow, although I was
not positioned to where it could actually be.
I had my flashlight pointing away from me. So how would I catch my shadow? And
Here, we got some really good audio, guys.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe that, the shadow thing, though, because it was weird. Something had to be in between me and the...
But, like, I kept the audio, even though we didn't really get anything worth getting on the audio, I had decided to keep the audio so I could play it so everybody could see an example of pure professionalism. Just this,
It's glorious.
yeah, like if you're going to go in and do something, this is textbook.
Yeah, we were very professional.
This is how you hunt for ghosts.
Just do the flashlight. Alright,
Can you take pictures while you record on that?
Yes.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to do like we did last time and start here? Who's been caretaking this? Look at this. No one's been...
Something about it.
What are those? Are those cicadas?
Oh my god.
What?
It like footsteps. Like I feel like somebody's walking like right fucking behind me.
Okay, I heard something. I heard a whisper. Okay, I'm out,
I
dude.
said I'm behind you. That was me.
Oh, I know.
Hello?
What I like is I'm like, I hear, it sounds like something's behind me, and you're like, I'm behind you. Oh shit, I hear a whisper. Yeah, you just fucking did that.
No, I heard something whisper off to the left, but it didn't sound like words. It was.
But that's why you don't whisper when we're like, we know that, but for
I
the
was
audience.
already losing my shit.
But we've already discovered like that those trees make weird noises.
But the trees weren't there.
Where were you?
Kyle Cemetery.
Well, I know.
I'm telling you, no
Like
trees.
y'all weren't
there.
near
We were
the
in
trees,
front of the
poppy
gates.
trees.
What we heard was like somebody like talking,
This
not.
wasn't the pop, 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 pop. This was.
And there was
And
no way.
Like-
there were no trees in between us.
We're seriously used to being out there now. Like, if I hear a coyote out there, I'm gonna say, "Oh, that's a fucking coyote." But
And we've been out there long enough to know that there are two trees in between
Yeah.
the gate you walk into and the weird open, gateless opening in the fence.
Right.
good lord,
That place makes me nervous, but
it does. Yeah,
we both-
you were wigging out the whole way, huh?
we were both
But-
not calm.
But what is it about? We broke every rule that we normally have about being out. Like we did nothing right.
Well, and
To the point, we
Well,
sprinted out of there.
I made a comment. And I was like,
Yeah.
we just walked into a horror movie and we were doing all the wrong things.
Yeah, he did all the white people things.
There's something's there. Could it talk into this?
So confident.
Is there anyone out here? Anything? Dad, there's a spider web. Look. Right.
Oh, hey, I got it on the IR.
Oh. But I don't want to run into it.
Yeah, I'll walk around it like this way. How far away does it seem over there?
Forever, Brad. It seems like forever.
How far was it away?
Forever. Shut up.
How big's an inch?
There we go. There we go.
Reconnected.
We're back online.
Are we still online with the YouTube? It doesn't look like it's.
It'll reconnect or it'll make a new video and they'll be able to go. It'll make like a part 1 and a part
Oh, there it
2.
goes. It's back up.
Back up. We're good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Sorry about the streaming issue.
If not,
We were just talking that we
Hold on, let me make sure it's. I don't know what's going on here.
we have issues with distance out there, and apparently, since I'm a dude.
Steven says he can see us, so we're good.
Okay, so
Okay. Yeah, since I'm a dude, my measurement of distance is irrelevant anyway.
Yep.
Because
no.
when I say 8 inches, I think it like that is 8 inches to me, for obvious
I'm
reasons.
pretty sure guys think
Oh yeah.
it's only 6 inches.
You're totally full of
Lies.
I'll show
Dad,
you
there's
6
a
inches.
spider web. Look. Right.
Oh, hey, I got it on the IR.
Oh. But I don't want to run into it.
Yeah, I'll walk around it like this way. How far away does it seem over there?
Forever, Brad. It seems like forever.
God damn it, I don't have the fucking tape measure.
Not one with real inches. Who screamed?
I did.
Who screamed first? Was that you?
I screamed.
Was that you?
Okay, how about you when that bunny got.
Was that you that panicked that time though? I'm just tired of getting made fun of for the fucking bunny.
And it's not just the bunny though. You're usually the first to freak out.
I'm not that. I never freak
It's
out.
because you're paying more attention. That's gotta be it. But yes, I freaked out. I jumped into shadow.
But
which,
wait, there's more.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was my own shadow, dude. It was my own shadow.
I made the battery come out. I can't even record.
I'm laughing so hard.
but pause it. This video's funny because when I scream, the video cuts.
I know. I want to use that for our promotional video before the expo because it looks like found footage.
Because yeah,
It's just like
Knock the batteries out.
we're all dead.
Just dead.
Yeah. So that's why the video is useless because that's where the video stops.
Yeah.
But the fun keeps going, kids.
I'm not running, but come on.
Run. Don't.
Come on.
Don't even shut the gate. I'm fucking out. Just leave it. Just get me.
North, please. Do you not have permission to follow us?
No. Oh, sorry.
Well, what's happening there? See, that audio is real loud because I think you're holding the recorder, but see, I suddenly get really muffled and something's going on. What happened there?
Okay, in my car, when I pushed the...
No, we're not talking about your fucking car, Sarah.
Okay, well, I didn't know that pushing one of the locks would push them all. I locked you out
The
of the
goat
car.
man was after us, and you locked me out of the fucking car.
Yeah, I did. You know what? It was an accident. Suck it.
She sacrificed
Like
you
a
so
fat one,
she could
Trebek.
live.
Joke's on her, I had the keys.
Turn on some lights.
I don't want there to be something there.
Did you edit out the part where you called me the C word? Did you
It's just hard to hear, but yeah, I got in the car and called you a cunt.
Yeah. I had that one coming.
Oh my!
I felt so bad. But,
So,
yeah.
Like all I hear is like heavy breathing and screaming. Like I can't even really like under his hands. Like.
I love that you locked him out to sacrifice him to the goat man.
I mean-
you were going, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry.
I know this
Sorry,
is
you're
the
gonna have
car.
to die for me. I'm
I'm sorry, but you're dying right now.
so we went to document paranormal activity, but what we documented was that Sarah will lock you out of the damn car when something's chasing you.
Yeah.
She sure shit
If
will.
you're ever in a horror movie, she'll sacrifice you.
You ever bring up the bunny thing again, I'm playing that.
Oh,
For
I have
everybody.
more than the bunny thing. I have the time you ran at George's Creek and I got electrocuted.
What?
You don't remember it. It's one of the first times we went out and I still had the battery for my spinal cord simulator and I had the string still attached to my back. And I had the habit of putting the remote down, but it was sewn into my
Something was climbing over the bench for me.
And you heard something climbing over the bench, and I thought, because, okay, I'm married to Steven. Steven wouldn't run if cannibals were throwing fucking spears at him. He's chill. So, yeah, you took off running, and I tried to run, but what happened was my remote was caught around the bench. So when I tried to run, it yanked me back. So I thought something had me. It felt like something had grabbed me by the back and yanked me back. But I can't run because then it electrocuted the shit out of me. Like the worst tasering ever. So I have no muscle control. And finally you turn around and you look back and you're like, oh, oops. So, yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Or the time at Carter where we heard the gunshot and I had just had surgery and
You were ahead of me. You turned around and started running at me. How was I supposed to know you weren't going to, like, just charge me?
Oh, it's Courtney. I thought it was Aaron this whole time.
You're such a
What?
pussy.
It's Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Hi, Courtney.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, y'all didn't realize it was Courtney.
Well, no, I saw
No.
that you never get to make fun of me for horror movies. I thought it was Aaron because
No.
he hates horror movies.
Freaking Kyle Cemetery is an awful place, and since then I talked to my brother-in-law, and his first question was, what way were its legs facing? And that
Which is
was
a very odd
video,
question for somebody that didn't know what we were talking about there.
because I'm not sure what's wrong with the legs. I'm not sure if they face backwards. There's something wrong with its legs and the way it moves. So
I just find it very interesting. Like I can't validate anything there, but a lot of people have very similar thoughts on the place.
Courtney says she's going to get you a stuffed bunny plush and a diaper for your birthday.
but
Maybe we should sell stuffed bunnies at the expo booth.
We should end like our goat keychains.
but so
Oh
that-
yeah, we do have those.
But back to the shadow thing. So is the camera on me? So the flashlight on my phone, it's from the front. So if you turn the flashlight on, it's obviously facing this way. and I saw a shadow on the ground while I'm facing this way. And my first instinct was to think it was my own because I was panicking. But the shadow was blocky, kind of broad, and it seemed to have a light source behind it. So it would have had to be something between me and the ground, and there was like only a few inches there. And when that fact hit me, I was done. That was the end for me. I was not thinking thoughts anymore.
Was it just a few inches?
It was about 6 inches.
Courtney, I get to make fun of you though because I love horror movies. I always get to make fun of
We
you.
all love horror movies, but
Yep.
you.
If anybody's just joining us, we're regaling everybody with their tales of Kyle and
Yeah.
how we're failing miserably at documenting anything
professional.
we find there.
Yeah.
Well, because, okay, every time something freaking terrible happens there, it can't be documented. But I think we have had enough personal experiences out there, for me, as skeptical as I might be, to say there's something funky going on out there.
Okay, so Jonathan commented on the legs being wrong. He had something else. He said something about an arm in a tree or something.
He was driving down the road behind it. I don't know if anyone watching this will know, but I've taken most of my friends down it. It's 916 in Rio. You go down it, that's where Fisherman's Village is or whatever. But you keep going, and there's a part where the county maintenance ends, and it's this single lane road. And you keep going down it, and you can see the Brazos. It's a really pretty road off to the left. But there's a cliff kind of hanging out with someone has spray painted it repeatedly.
Right.
Well, he said he and his friends were driving down the road, and they saw a very stark white arm reach out of a tree and then go back into the tree. Larger than normal arm. But he told me it was sheet white, like pale. And what struck me is when Allie said she saw that face, it was
It was white.
like white.
It was white. Like, it was like rock. It was like...
Like Donald Trump white? Or-
No, that's
Oh, not
orange. That's Cheeto orange.
Like,
I'm talking about,
how
like,
white
it was...
how white Donald Trump is in spirit, yes.
Yeah.
You know, like his followers.
You think it's a
Whenever
Sasquatch?
they're in their sheets.
Maybe it's not paranormal. Maybe
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
Steven,
Sasquatch.
you're definitely going with me because hopefully if you're there I won't lose my ever-loving
I
mother.
want to go though. I want to see.
I
it.
think
we'll
it
all
should
go.
be us
Yeah.
and Steven.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
It's-
if we take
what-
any
what-
more than that.
Yeah.
it's like Cloverfield.
So one of the things I'm noticing about the investigations lately is that like our group's getting larger and larger, and we're really having to accommodate a larger group.
I think 5 is
Well, it
about
also,
as big as it can
yeah,
get.
because, like, other than that, like, because anything bigger than that will mess with any data that we get. Like,
It's that, and the larger the group, I find the less stuff happens, and I mean it makes sense too. And I'm fine with larger groups, but we got to start
Branching
breaking
off
up
or something.
and like.
But I think 5 at Kyle is a good idea, and I don't think we should split it at Kyle. Because I don't know if you get the same feeling I do when we're out there that we're being corralled or herded.
I don't know about that, but I also am curious. I know they haven't done fracking out there in a while,
But
but
they
I
used
really, yeah, they used to. And I want to know how long radon gas or radon stays in, like,
Well, that was one of the things that was mentioned with fracking,
Yeah.
along with a bunch of other gases. But the other thing that it produces is infrasound.
yeah. So it's
yeah.
it could be just either like radon.
But why would
or it could
everybody?
be
Okay, I'm
infrasound.
fine with saying that like you're basically hallucinating or whatever.
You
But
could
why would
be.
everybody have the same hallucination?
Mass hysteria.
Yeah.
Why would
exactly.
Jonathan's group have the same? Like what?
Well,
Those
he
are
might just have been bringing up the Goatman thing too. I mean, everyone in Cleveland's heard that story since they were.
born?
Yeah.
But there's nothing associated with it, like in that spot. Like I know Old Foamy is basically
It's
just.
only like 2 miles as the crow flies from Old Foamy.
I don't know. It feels like a different area. It's so weird.
It's the same area. It's
It
all
is
the
the very same area. I know, like I thought so at first until like whenever she pointed out we
Maybe
were out
that's where
there
the
during
goat man
day.
goes when he's
I
not actually
drew the
out
line
yet.
on the map. It is straight from Old Foamy. It is less than 5 miles. It is something someone even as out of shape as I am could walk, no problem.
I don't know.
Also-
the place creeps me out. I don't get creeped out about places.
We had the Native American thing where the goat man isn't actually a goat man. It's like a skinwalker or Wendigo, or I traced it back to the Loop Guru thing, the beast of
Yeah,
Jebedon.
Goatman's just like the nickname for her.
The beast of Jebedon that killed a bunch of people over a 5-year span or whatever, but it traveled over here, and it's basically just a shapeshifter, but it can appear as human. But it will have the wrong cadence of speech. and it won't exactly act like a person, but it'll try and infiltrate your group. And to try and do that, it will try and lure you into the woods using puppy noises, kitty noises, or babies crying. But puppy noises was the one that interested me because that's what we heard the first time.
Well, yeah, whenever all those dogs. So like the first time we went out there, like for if there's anybody out there, like who hasn't heard this story before, the first time we were out there.
Well, I mean, this is in the one Kyle video we do have.
Yeah,
it's
we're doing our thing, and then all of a sudden, a whole bunch of coyotes start, baying and freaking out, and then they just stop. And then in the woods, you hear what sounds like a puppy in distress. So naturally,
me and Allie are both like
just
save the puppy.
Yeah, we just go straight for it, not even realizing that its mother could be close by, or that who knows. So,
and my reactions to yell at y'all to try to get y'all to stop.
That was very helpful.
I know it was more helpful than Justin's response to the situation,
where he just hid in the back
where he locked himself in the back of the car.
His response was the more intelligent one.
But I don't know, like I spent the whole night freaking out over this puppy because I wanted to save it, and I wanted just.
There was no puppy. There's only the goat man.
I don't think. I still think that I still think it's hallucination. I don't know. I think we were all hallucinating, but who knows?
Really, you, Captain? You think there's ghosts?
I didn't say I think that there's ghosts. I know there's a lot out there that we don't that we aren't.
But this is the one that you're
skeptical about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm skeptical about. Sorry.
I hate the one place that we can't find any evidence for anything is the one place that we're all kind of like on the fence about. Really, something is wrong there, but
yeah, something is wrong there. But it makes me wonder about.
Like I have taken a picture of a freaking ghost at a place, and I'm like, that could be.
I want a ghost.
It could be something else, but this place. Or
it's
you can't find anything. It's the
spatial relation thing, where we go out there and we walk the cemetery, and then how long were the cables we used to string the...
100 feet?
Okay, see, the proportions are wrong. And it could be something, it's like the school bus story, where the kids are on the school bus and they get killed. So you're supposed to park on the railroad tracks and cover the back of your car with baby powder. Well, they looked at it, and it looks like it's an uphill hill.
Right, but it's actually a downhill grade.
And I wonder if it's something like that. Like, there's a place in Oregon...
the Vortex?
The Oregon Vortex.
Yeah.
Where there's something about it that... if you've ever been to Six Flags, the Casa Magnetica, it was like that, but in real life. There's just something about the way that it's positioned that causes... weirdness, and I wonder if this is that sort of place. But if there is, it should be documentable eventually.
If there were like some geomagnetic fields or something like that that kind of caused that, like we would have picked it up on our EMF detector.
Really? Did EMFs pick up ley lines?
Mm-hmm. They did at Carter. Remember?
No, there were
power lines, and then we were
I'm
also
talking about. Okay, there's that theory with the ley line thing where there's underground magnetic currents that basically certain people can detect.
If it's magnetic or
but
electrical,
that's pseudoscience or woo at best.
Yeah. Well.
Parascience. But it would be in a place where one of those things converges. It'd be like Buffy with the Hellmouth or Teen Wolf
with the tree thing.
Yeah, but it's been a theory for a while. I mean, look it up. The ley lines.
Oh yeah, I'm aware.
But I'm curious if that would be a possibility, because electromagnetic fields run everything. I mean, our human body...
the one thing I haven't looked up is the geomagnetic surveys of that area.
We should probably do that.
Yeah, I need to look that up on the website, because all that stuff is logged. I don't know. Kyle baffles me. Lipan was fun, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun. Stupid bird.
Jane really got a kick out of that.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks for letting us come out there if you're listening.
Thank you, Jane.
Oh, yeah, it was awesome. That house and the whole property, it was amazing.
Yeah, sorry I got your story wrong.
I told you it was wrong.
Dude, I could not find anything about it until she sent me the exact name, and then I was finally able to find it.
I enjoyed that.
But everything Jane told us was factually correct.
I want to go next time. I'm sad I didn't get to go.
That one was a fun one. You would
We-
but you would it would
yeah,
get
it
hot.
was miserable.
Yeah, it was hot. That's why I didn't go.
I ended up with fleas after that too.
But that Jane was like the bravest. Like she was gonna crawl up into that attic, and I was just.
I thought she was gonna arm wrestle that vulture. At one point.
She was gonna
She's
beat
like, I'm gonna take that thing home. That thing is awesome.
I mean, she's tiny but mighty.
Yeah,
Like, she just.
I'll by myself. No fucks given. No, Steven. I need you to come home and take care of the kids because I can't do that alone. They're crazy. They will kill me.
They're feral.
Are you more scared of your kids or Kyle?
My kids.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. Everyone who's been around my kids, what's scarier?
Your kids.
The
Okay.
children.
Well, the one is
Especially
actually
the
possessed.
The little one.
The little one.
It's not possessed.
Well, I don't know what the whole storm's coming thing is.
Oh, my weird dream.
Yeah.
Storms coming.
Well, that and your kid every time it was about to storm. Just,
Oh, before it would even get cloudy.
Storm's coming.
Storm's coming.
Kid, could you not?
Oh.
But yeah, I had a lot of fun in Lipan. But I mean, I think we did a really good job there because we were able to debunk every single thing except what we were actually called out there to debunk, which was the photographs. But I mean, I have a pretty good idea what it could be, but I don't have the definitive proof. But I'm thinking it's actually bugs getting photographed because there's a couple of photographs we have where. Like moth, like there's a lot of.
But you can see the
moths
shape
inside.
of them. Like it looks like a butterfly.
Right, but it looks like a blank. Instead of it looking like a picture of a moth or whatever, it looks like a blank spot, like a cutout
Yeah,
image.
maybe. Like, I had a really hard time trying to recreate those photographs. Like, I mean, like, even, like, shaking the camera or having someone shake whatever they had, it was hard to do. The closest I got to it was whenever I photographed that vine. But even then, you could still tell it was
Right,
a vine.
no, when I first saw the vine and I was just looking at that image by itself, I was like, oh, hey, we figured it out because it looks like that.
Yeah.
Then I compared the two images, not the
Yeah,
same
like,
thing.
I have no idea how to recreate
Stevens
those.
says we need to channel
Sam
Sam
and Dean.
I'd like to channel Sam. Well, I like Channel
I like
Dean.
Channel Dean.
I'm not so much into Sam, but Dean is a...
Dean and that Paula.
Actually, their dead father is my more...
So I'm changing my weekend hobby. I'm not a ghost hunter anymore. I can't deal with y'all anymore.
I'm sorry, we were actually going to cut you out. Because we figured you were Gwen Stefani now. No Tragic Kingdom here.
I got the thing for the audition, and then they basically called back and they were like, "Don't bother. We found someone else."
Oh, well, it's good.
I wasn't gonna bring it up.
Oh, but we were all going to support you and secretly hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, much like the rest of No Doubt.
No. They had set like a date for an audition. I was like, "Oh, cool. I'm gonna go do that." And then they sent a letter like, "Yeah, we found someone. Don't worry about it."
Kind of sucks.
They're like,
Kind of rude.
"You're stupid."
I don't think that part happened.
No, but there'll be other changes. Plus, this is fun. What's wrong with just this?
Yeah, we don't. I mean,
We don't need that show.
Yeah.
That show's
The show-
stupid.
We'll have
Well, the
a
show
better
would make
show.
it suck. Because we wouldn't be able to do the stuff we
Yeah.
want to do.
so I mean,
And everything would be faked like it is on the other freaking paranormal shows.
Stupid fake show.
but I like
Well,
what
it
we
depends
do.
on how much they pay. Of course, I would fake.
I'll fake
money.
anything for money.
Yeah.
I mean, no, I wouldn't.
So you aspire to be a hooker.
Yes.
Well, you know,
Ashton Rogers, ghost hooker.
No. Just no.
Dead air is always good. That's awesome.
yeah, that's always fine.
Okay,
But-
well, what's next on your
Maybe you shouldn't have
itinerary?
been like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't have been like, ghost hooker.
My note says answer viewer questions. There's no viewer
There's
questions.
no viewer
Viewers
questions.
ask questions.
Yeah, if anybody's got any questions.
Yeah,
ask
if
a
anybody's
question.
got any questions, tell us.
No,
How long exactly is 6 inches, Stephen?
this big. No. No, but I've been we've been getting a lot more like residential type, like being invited out to investigations,
Yeah,
which we really really like.
Yeah,
we
it's
like
fun.
those.
Well,
like
I mean,
that.
it's also nice to know that like other people are watching and like trust us to come look at their shit.
And give an honest opinion. I mean,
Yeah.
we still have
Was
one
it
in the shoot
Haltom?
that I really I liked the Haltom
But that
investigation.
was anonymous. She wants to be.
Yeah.
Right. A video will be posted for that, but
Yeah.
like I have been taking my time on that because there's a lot of editing that has to be done when
Yeah.
they don't want to know about, or they don't want
Their face to be shown, or their-
And she said her
Yeah.
face could be shown, like, on occasion. She just didn't want it.
like advertise. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, the Haltom one was good. I mean,
I really think she has a serious.
yeah. My general opinion of it is
What
like
kills a
she's
goat man? I don't know, actually.
Silver.
Well, no, it's a shapeshifter, but no, Silver, I thought that was just.
No, Silver kills shapeshifters
But it's
They're
a
allergic to it.
different. How to.
because a werewolf is just a shapeshifter. And so is a goat man.
But
Googling
in
how to
Teen
kill-
Wolf, Silver doesn't kill wolves.
Yes, because
Oh,
Teen Wolf is the standard
standard.
to which I hold our group. Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
The show is amazing. And anyone who ever liked Buffy would like it.
Do you remember when MTV had music videos on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Boring.
man, what?
Boring.
You heard me.
You bitch.
I think I was around for the VH1 thing because they'd start playing at like 2 in the morning.
Oh yeah.
MTV
You know what I miss
still
about
does have music
VH1?
videos.
Pop-up video.
Pop video.
No, what was that thing called? It was like people insomnia something or another. It was just
Oh,
music
yeah.
from like 4 in the morning until 8 in
Yeah,
the morning or something.
It was like Wake Up or whatever. I used to watch it like whenever I get up for school or get up for like marching practice.
Mhm.
Like I'd watch it while I was getting ready for work or getting
Music
ready.
playing in the
Yeah, just
background.
music playing.
Yep.
But man, I miss music
Freaking
videos.
Apocalypse.
And then like MTV and then and VH1 stopped doing that, and then there was Fuse, and that's how I found all my emo screamo shit.
I find
But-
all my weird stuff off of YouTube. I just fall down the rabbit hole and eventually
Yeah.
end up in a place I don't want to be at. And
I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
you're like, whoa, alrighty, I need to get out of here.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
But I like the residential stuff. I wish we could get more calls for those. But
Yeah.
like Haltom was good.
I had fun
And
on
then,
that one too. I liked being there for that.
I was really happy. Like recently, I participated in an online sort of interaction thing. Somebody was like, "What is it? Where you can do like the faces? Where Snapchat?
Yeah.
I don't.
think it's like Snapchat.
I don't
or
Snapchat, but you can do like the doggy face and
Yeah, that's
yeah.
Snapchat.
stuff like that. And so what she was doing, like they've always thought something was weird in their house. Whatever. I'd heard, but she was her kid was trying to do Snapchat, and it kept trying to put the face on like nothing. Like behind him, and she's like, that's kind of weird. So she got up and was like, they've always thought something was in the house, but she gets up and takes some pictures of stuff around the house. And now she's posting all this like on Facebook, like live. Well, so she gets a picture of the entryway mirror, and there's like a shadow in the mirror, of somebody like standing there, like real obvious. Like it doesn't look weird. It just looks like somebody standing there. But then the very next picture, because I told her, I'm like, hey, do duplicates of everything, you know. Very next picture, nobody there, and so. We're all like sitting there live chatting on Facebook, and I'm like, well, take a picture of the wall across from it. You know, maybe there's a code, like maybe I'm catching a reflection. So she's taking pictures like all around her house, following instructions, doing experiments and stuff like that. So I was basically leading an investigation through Facebook.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was really neat, but we ended up with like 9 or 10 people like following that conversation as it was unfolding.
Yeah.
And like I got like 3 or 4 new contacts out of that. There's a saloon in downtown Fort Worth. It's apparently got a lot of history. Somebody works there, and they're like, yeah, I can probably get you in there. Another friend that was following that conversations, like, yeah, the Applebee's I work at got something where like apparently there's something really violent in the Applebee's kitchen. Apparently he had bad service or something and has never left.
Who's effing Courtney?
And
That's Allie.
and but a recent one I think we're going to actually do pretty soon is actually from somebody I know personally, but they just moved into an apartment and they've inherited an antique doll.
Ugh, get rid of that thing. I don't care.
Whether it's haunted or not,
care if
just
it's
turn it
haunted.
alive.
Like,
Toss
That's
it.
what you get for having a doll,
Yeah.
you weirdo.
Where's the camera? It's the creepy man. I mean, you'll see it, but the freaking goat man picture's horrifying.
well, we could probably like he painted over and I'll like put it
Courtney
up to the
says she
camera.
hates mirrors. Me too, Courtney. Me too.
Yeah. Yeah.
What, mirrors?
Yes.
Oh my god, yeah, I can't have one over there. No, it's
Oh
not
no!
gonna show.
There it goes.
What?
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Yeah, that's apparently what a goat man looks like if there.
You can't really see how his legs are backwards, though.
I don't know, he's got some abs though. He's been doing some crap.
He's also got a giant ball sack. So
I'm trying to figure out how to kill him. His
kick him in the giant ball sack.
Well, if you're gonna be like a cryptid, you can't be like all jacked up. You gotta be all ripped
Hey,
and like.
Steven has a work friend that has a house that he wants you to check out.
Awesome.
Oh,
in
the same guy that
Covington.
you've been talking to forever that I told you to give a card to, and you know.
Don't berate your husband during the show. Save that for after the show.
No, but if it's the same guy, I told you you can give him my phone number.
Yeah, you can.
Is he hot? No,
Is it a salty?
we have the new cards now, right? With the phone number?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll make
Is
sure
that
to
the
bring one
ones that I
home so you
have?
can give him the.
Oh, you should be.
Oh, because when I went to that concert in Dallas in the creepy underground place for the band, I stuck one up on the cork board. So I figured
but-
that would be the
Those everywhere.
crowd.
I don't have a bunch of the new ones with the phone
Yeah,
number.
I don't know if I had the
So
phone number
I
one
can
though.
you give me a stack of those before I go home?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'll give Steven a couple.
Yeah, we have an official phone number though.
Yeah.
We have a hotline. I've actually had to answer it a couple of
But if
times.
he wants to actually talk to me or like Brad specifically or anyone, then yeah, go ahead.
It's so weird to have somebody call that line. I'm like, hello, NTParanormal.
Yo.
They're like, hello.
And then they're like,
it's a robot. Help.
Yeah, or I could just
There we go, we're back
stop watching. Okay.
Stereotypical mattress
Are
salesman.
we back up?
we're back up.
Well, I mean, I realize you see it.
Like, can they see us kind of thing?
Yeah, probably.
SALE.
I know, I was thinking that too, but I wasn't going to say anything.
I love you, honey. SALES. Salesman.
But
And
I really want to
today's
run some
lesson.
experiments. Since he specifically thinks it's linked to the doll, I want to run some of it, like your Annabelle test sort of thing.
I just like.
That was
Well, I
the
mean, he
one
specifically wants us to prove it wrong.
Couldn't we just burn the
Jennifer says she can see.
Hi,
it.
Jennifer.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
doll?
But if you go on the one with the doll, you have to take me because I'm terrified of them, and that would be probably the one that.
Can we put you alone
Yeah, sure.
in a dark room
With
with
the
a
doll,
doll?
yeah.
That'd be fine. And I can
Stop looking at me, doll.
I can pee myself. It'd be great.
Autocorrect and big fingers. Yeah.
Sure,
You're
autocorrect.
Steven's big sausage fingers.
Sausage.
Oh, I
Um,
love how we just, berate our.
Yeah,
viewers.
I've really been wanting to do an investigation
That
where there's
viewer is
actually
my
like a
husband.
haunted artifact.
Yeah, and if it's
Like, as opposed to a haunted place, I'd really like to be able to experiment with something that is supposedly a haunted
Thing.
item.
Apparently, you can't kill the goat man because I've been pouring through the internet and there's just no.
no way to kill the goat man.
No.
Well then, you were
It's
sacrificed.
official. We shouldn't go back.
I think we should.
We have to.
We had to check on the way home that we were
That
each
nobody-
other. No, for the quick check, I was like, you have to tell me something about me that nobody else would know to
And
make
I
sure
did the
I did.
same because that's
Because
what
we
the
got
government
separated
does.
since she locked me the fuck out of the car. I wanted to make sure that a
Didn't
switcheroo
mean to
hadn't
lock
happened.
you Out of the car.
Did you? Are you the goat man? Maybe you
She
did.
did apologize like 50 times.
Yeah,
Sorry.
let it go.
It needs to be
Let
51.
it go.
You called me
Let it go.
a word that I hate that word. You called me my least favorite word. I
Your
hate
middle name?
that.
No, you called her to see you next Tuesday.
And I hate that word. And I said, okay, yeah, I had that one coming.
I apologize. I was very scared.
I was scared
You
too.
sounded scared.
I
That was
seriously
hilarious.
did not know that hitting the one lock button would lock all the doors. But you know what happens if you unlock it? It doesn't unlock all
I
the
almost had
doors.
to pull an alley and like throw my underwear out the window of the car.
Hello, Dover Paratech.
Hi, Dover.
Hello. What?
Dover Paratech.
Does he know how to kill a goat man?
Do you know how to kill the goat man?
If anybody knows how to kill the goat man, please help us because we have a goat man that needs to die.
But if it's
It's
the
right
Native
on
American
gas.
legend, okay,
I
so
think it's radon gas that needs to
okay,
die.
but
I hate that. That sounds like a government explanation. It's just right on gas.
there's two versions of the goat man. There's the one in Cleburne where it's the goat-shaped dude that's 7 feet tall that if you go on the Old Foamy Bridge and honk your horn 3 times, he attacks you. Because some lunatic was out there, okay? But then in Native American lore, it's a skinwalker. So it can pretend to be human because he's asking what the goat man is. So, how do you kill a skinwalker? Well, everybody keeps saying silver, but I think that would be the Luke Guru, Beast of Jib and whatever, werewolf. I'm not sure how you kill a goat man. Ask an Indian or Native American. Oh wait, you can't find any because
Well, all the ones from that area we specifically sent up to Oklahoma.
yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe we need to take a road trip and be like, hey, we found your goat man.
But I think
You can have it back
what
now.
happened with the Goatman story in Cleburne is that it was the Native American story of the creature that lures you into the woods, takes
Right,
your
and
shapes,
it's been-
infiltrates your group, and over time it became the actual goat man that looks like a man.
Well, can you just kill it? Like, okay, like, so say...
I say you chop off its head and you burn them both separately.
Well, I was about to say, it's kind of... I mean, it's...
Well, according to that picture, you just kick it in its giant goat man balls.
What
Because what I'm saying, like,
you-
like, whenever it takes the other form, can you just kill it in that other form?
They'd eat pie.
Or, like, do you have to, like, you know... What if it, like, takes your form and you'd have to do that whole thing where, I'm the good me. No, I'm the good me.
I'm good at it.
Why does every town have a goat man?
I can't wait for that show
I
to
know.
come back on.
There's a lot of stories across places.
But it's
that have
basically
same
the
story.
southern. So in French Canada, the Wendigo where you eat. If you eat someone, you become one. And then in the Southwest, it's the Skinwalkers, and I'm not sure how you become one of those. But here it's the Goat Man, and it doesn't want to be. It doesn't want to like turn you into one of them. No, it just wants to murder you and then all of your friends.
Well, that's pretty straightforward.
They say if you
I mean, I
discover
can
a
respect
skinwalker's
simple
name-
motives.
Yeah, I could. I mean, that's
Oh, if
simple,
you say
straight
that's
to
your
the
name,
point.
yeah, that's a good one. If
Yeah.
you- So the Goat Man.
That's Rumpelstiltskin.
No, that's a werewolf
No, I think-
legend too.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Or like a demon,
I
if
think
you're
that's just
calling out a
demons in
demon.
period. Once you
No.
learn a demon's name, you have
But
power
it
over it.
has a lot of
Especially if it's
different-
a nun.
It
That
has
movie
a lot
sucked
of different
so
links.
bad.
It has the demon link, the werewolf link, a link. Like you can, if you call out its true name, it basically gets rid of its mystical powers.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
because like if you control its name, you control it.
But the thing I was interested in about the Native American lore from the Goat Man was that it can change your perception, which is what was going on at Kyle. It
No,
seemed
there's a
like
lot
things
of
were
stuff that
farther
lines
away.
up with it. I mean...
But there's also fracking and radon gas and us all just being lunatics that got too high.
We just got a little too high.
I don't
It was
know.
just. It was it swamp gas? They used to say when it was
Yeah,
gas on
it's
your
swamp
boat?
gas. Yeah.
But
That like
someone told me about it.
Goat Man on the island of Fort Worth Nature Center.
Yeah, the Fort Worth Goat Man is really popular too.
Yeah, the Goatman of Greer Island in Lake Worth. Total hoax. The chick that wrote the book said it was. But a lot of people still like to go out there and hunt for it.
oh, but there's
Is that like hunting for
definitely
snipes?
gators.
Yeah, pretty
Let's
much.
go.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, there's definitely you'll definitely get eaten by an alligator if you go out there.
Alligators don't generally eat people. They just kill them and.
Not the ones in Lake Worth. It's like Lake Placid out
I
there.
don't know. I'm from Louisiana, so
Oh,
gators
that-
everywhere.
Oh, Betty White's awesome.
You're not scared of gators. I'm more scared of swimming in swamps. Thanks to you.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. I got a.
So what are
flesh
ghosts
wound
like up in the
too.
Appalachian?
Up in the Appalachians. Well, the only ghost story that I have is actually from Louisiana. So
Oh
it
really?
was in North Louisiana. Yeah.
Well, what's your ghost story?
Well, I was really young, so I had to take most of it from my mom because she was the one that experienced the most. But she had a journal just full of weird stuff that happened in a house that we lived at, and that's one reason why I hate dolls, and also why I hate wasps, and just so many other things.
Haunted wasps.
Hold
Well,
on,
no-
pause. He asked about talking to a Navajo to gain some insight. Comanche were actually the big ones in this area, and they do have a tribe of them in Oklahoma in one of the reses. So that's actually a really good idea if I could get a hold of
Yeah.
Yeah, that
someone
would be
of
an
Native
interesting,
American
like,
lineage.
you know.
Sorry, I just wanted to pause and answer his question.
Oh, no,
Go back
go-
to you because that's a good point. I'm gonna
My
write
story's
it down.
really not all that interesting anyway.
No, it is.
But,
Actually, I've heard this story. It's
Well,
it's pretty good.
It was just a house that we lived at for a few years, and it was perfectly fine when we moved in, but everybody kept calling it the devil's house, and people kept avoiding it at Halloween and stuff like that. But after my parents decided to remodel the kitchen, of course, that's how it always
Yeah,
starts.
yeah, it's always a remodel.
Yeah, it's
That's how
always
we
a
ended up in
remodel.
Haltom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they remodeled the kitchen, and then after
Lesson
that...
being, don't remodel your house.
Don't remodel
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like, do you really need new faucets?
Are you
No.
sure you need to knock that wall down?
Nah, this old faucet's good.
Oh, this went down a Bible path real quick.
Oh.
It went from skinwalkers to Bible. Okay, sorry.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, so remodel, and then I'd start with little stuff, door slamming, faucets running, TV, stuff like that. Nobody cared because it was an old house. But then it started getting to where people would see shadows everywhere, and then there were voices, and there was a staircase that my mom was pushed down, and it's just all sorts of crazy stuff. And of course, my dad invited his friends over for a Halloween party one year, and they all got drunk with a Ouija board, and they started laughing at it, saying, if there are any demons, you should come over and hang out with us. And they were laughing at it, and then they drunkenly stumbled home and left the Ouija board there, and my dad tried to get rid of it repeatedly, and it just kept showing back up, and then he eventually just had to burn it to get rid of it. But we're wondering now, like, when he burned it, what did he leave behind?
Yeah, I've heard burning it is the worst idea in the world for that, because you've
Sounds like Music Friends.
Okay, so skinwalkers, basically the Navajo legend is that you have to say their real name. A bullet with white ash on them can at least wound. Someone suggested an AR-15. I don't know.
Well, that doesn't do
nuclear
it.
weaponry.
But at some point, you wrote that story about the greenhouse and gave it to me, and I think you should polish that and it should be read on the show because it was...
Well, I mean, I can hand it over. I have it. And
it's in my phone. It's just not polished up yet, and I can't pull it up because I had to swipe my phone.
Yeah, it's like a 5-page just thing full of all the stuff.
No,
that
it sounds
happened.
interesting.
So
I'm not taking a gun because did you hear the audio from?
She would have shot me.
Yeah.
Dude, she would have fucking shot me.
We'd be one member.
So I saw a shadow. Brad.
Or even if it's not me, if any one of us had a gun and everyone got too riled up, or what if it's someone fucking?
Well, I mean, the thing is, we've been out there during the day. There is security that goes around there. And not to like kick us off or anything, but they might show up just to check on what's going on.
Or that one time when there was those people partying like a few feet away, like you can hear them right
when
there.
we're out in the country, when we're at a cemetery out in the middle of nowhere, a house out in the middle of nowhere, there is the potential that there's just some kids messing with us, and we're going to get scared and shoot them, and I would really rather not do that.
Yeah.
I do bring a taser, and I bring a knife, but the knife
like our pack's got pepper spray in it.
The knife actually became useful for cutting, thorns.
Oh yeah, the jungle brush in Lipan. Yeah,
because I couldn't get through some of that. I had to actually hack my way through some.
Yeah, I saw some comments on that video. I was like, "Why do y'all carry machetes to hunt ghosts?" Because we've all got them strapped. They're like, "What are y'all
because
hunting?"
not only that, but it also sometimes could come in handy, like as we go to some wooded areas. But I'm less scared of, what may or may not be out there than I am Jim Bob down the road, who might be a little bit murdery.
The ghost could be humping your leg right now. And
You would.
I would know it because I'm really into that.
Who is this person that I...
Could ever pair it? I don't know.
I don't
Never
know.
seen him before.
I don't know who that is, but I'm amused. Why would the ghost hump my... Is it a dog ghost?
Maybe.
Or no, maybe it's just someone with a really weird
Just
fetish.
a party ghost, Sarah.
The ones that say that there could be a ghost just aggressively dancing behind you. You'd never know it.
Or, when you sleep at night and wake up suddenly,
Think about that next time.
Who are you?
Who are you?
My God.
Is that Aaron?
I don't know. I don't think so. Aaron usually just has his name up there. I don't think he's watching tonight, which is
Dover Paratype.
a bad husband.
We should find out who that is. Wait, I don't know, but that video is kind of cool.
Maybe they're another paranormal group.
Maybe.
Because Paratech.
I don't know, but it's interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Well, gee, you broke
Well,
it.
welcome.
Where are our comments? Jeez, Brad.
Broke it. Good job.
It's me.
It's me. That's I'm just having fun. No, but now I can't yawn. I'm gonna have to put my hand over my mouth every time. But if it's a ghost, could it?
It's our first time.
But if it's a
Thank you
ghost,
for
could
tuning
it?
Oh, it's a virgin.
But if it's a ghost, could it just stick it through my
Yeah,
hand
probably it wouldn't
if I was yawning?
Yeah, we're totally professional, guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
100%.
Well, okay, we're kind of professional on Ghost Hunts. We at least edit out the 40 minutes of dick jokes.
And me farting, and Allie using the The C word.
Yeah, and everybody dropping F-bombs.
Like left and right.
So they're going, how does this camera do that? God.
Oh, Steven is the reason I can't drive home from here at night after a ghost hunt because it's the Grudge movie, the second one where they looked over and there's the ghost in the floorboard.
Yeah.
And he leaned over one day and he was like, "Hey, you remember that scene? What if there's a ghost in your floorboard?" And you had the idea to put the flashlight
Yeah,
in
because
my
I'm a
floorboard.
genius. I'm like, just, light that up. It'll be great.
Instead of just lighting it up, it's casted shadows all through my car, and it looked like things were trying to eat me. So I almost died on the way home. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Why are you trying to
We get shit done.
Yeah.
That's how we roll.
Except we've gotten no shit done because we have not proved or disproved anything. There are no ghosts. They don't exist.
So how do you explain? Okay, so at Haltom we got like high levels of EMF. Like, and I mean
I think they had a
we have the
wiring
video up on
problem.
the live video, but I haven't released the full edited video yet, which I don't know how much is going to be there. The live video is pretty indicative of all the evidence we got there. But you guys both, we've got like some very specific results that were away from the electrical box. What's your thoughts on that, though?
With
I think it was-
by the bed thing.
Yeah, because like you were able to like ask a question and it would go
spike.
it would go up and then and down
Well, I don't know. I was
in
kind
response, and then it was the same with you. But then when we did generic testing over there was nothing.
Yeah.
Can it travel along the lines of like
electrical lines or something.
what was over there that could have been giving it off?
No, but that's the thing is like we checked that whole area. That's
Okay,
the
well, I
problem
can't
have with it.
attribute the EMF thing or whatever, but I was on that new seizure med
Right.
at the time, so I can't say if my experience, because I felt like something was on my
But
right side. breathing.
I was over there with her too, and she said almost the exact same things, and she wasn't in the room the first time either. Like they didn't have
But
audio.
It felt like, so I laid down by the bed because the lady at the house said that she had had dreams where she was laying on the floor there, and the ghost that she thought inhabited the house was standing there talking to her. So I laid down next to the bed in the dark. You were the only one in the room. We basically cut all the lights, and I started to feel funky. But I'm in a room.
You felt like there was a breath on the right side, which was the opposite way of where the
Well,
fan
it
was.
also
going, so.
sucked because I was right next to the bottom of her bed and it had like one of those skirts around it, so I can't see what's under it.
Yeah.
Right.
But I felt like someone was breathing in my ear, and then it kind of turned around, and all of a sudden there was something on my left arm, and it went
Right.
like up my left arm, across the top of my chest, and ran off, and then I felt fine, and that's also when the EMFs dropped off.
Right,
Oh,
and then we didn't get any results.
Dover
until-
just said that, like, of course, we already know what an EMF detector is, but, like, it's almost impossible to account for all sources, which is true.
Right, but
Well, and I do have
but
that
we do
battery pack
baseline
in my
testing
back.
in that area. Like I'm very deliberate. I use EMR and EMF, and we did go through that area without us there, and we could get it between.
Yeah, the interesting
0
part was
and
that when we were
0.3.
asking a question,
It
it
would
was
spike, yeah.
responding.
And then those are some of the highest spikes that we have gotten.
But
too.
I'm not ready to say that's evidence.
No, I'm
no.
not in any way. Like I think there's something very explainable going on there.
Well,
It's
not
just-
only
but
that,
it's
because
some-
you
it's something
remember-
out of the typical norm.
Remember over by the hood, the oven, the
vent
vent
hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like there was a lot going on, like electronically with
Right.
with the
The
wiring.
wall buzzing and
So
things
they
like
had
that.
to go and fix it. So who's to say that the whole house isn't wired funky?
Well,
and
I mean,
creating a
and
fear
I
cage?
did a lot of extensive testing. on
Yeah,
that.
I mean, the
it-
house probably could be a fear cage. So
That is true.
That's possible. The walls were buzzing because the electric.
yeah.
And I'm willing to say that for that whole house.
It was
It's just that
loud.
particular area that we were talking about where we were getting kind of a weird result. There's very little electrical over there.
But then there was
Is
the panic attack closet right next to it.
Oh, that's very obviously
it's-
the freaking
sometimes I
box
wonder if
over there.
I'm more sensitive to EMFs because.
I think you are.
If your battery's
It's-
Well, no, because I grew up. There's new people on. I thought my mom's house was haunted when I was younger, 16 or 17, but we went and actually ghost hunted it, and it turns out the EMFs are.
through the roof.
And
Like
especially,
way over
Yeah, it was
tolerable levels.
insane.
especially where I, like literally where I
Set.
laid my head at night was one of the highest spikes in the house.
Yeah, 1.0 to 3.0 is higher than normal. But that's like a tolerable whatever. And when we were when we were at your childhood house, like we were looking at like 6.0, 8.0 milligauss, like,
And that house was horrifying to live in. Like, I still don't want to be there.
and it's also near. Didn't you tell me it's kind of near an airport or something like that? Because that causes infrasound too.
No, that was Crescent. When we lived in
Crescent. Oh, okay.
We were by Carswell, but so that makes me wonder if all that time laying there under the EMFs made me more.
Oh no, you told me there was a well under that house. Oh no, that's the house you live in now.
No, there's a
there's a
natural gas derrick that's diagonally
okay.
drilled under our house, but it's not functioning right now.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so what do you say?
He wishes there was a way to isolate the three. He
And I
looks
was
for a
gonna
correlation with
ask
other
you,
tools.
with the
Yeah, we
investigation,
absolutely do that.
Yeah, we really had no other tools to correlate it with, though, did we?
Like right that second, no, that particular spike, but we did go back in there and you got the same
Yeah,
result.
I had the voice recorder, and I was just kind of watching the EMF and seeing if there was.
Yeah, we
anything,
didn't get any EVPs.
No.
Any during that whole investigation,
And
there were no photographs.
So basically, it's a personal experience, which
Right.
personal experiences are valid. Like,
well, which is why I'm not saying
But
it's
it's not
paranormal.
evidence.
I thought it was out of the ordinary.
I still don't think I believe in paranormal things, so I'm just going to kick that out there.
No.
I'm
I
pretty much
think there's things out there that
skeptical.
are harder to explain.
Like-
And
Well,
it's,
yeah,
it's like I don't have an
exactly.
explanation for
Well,
this,
no, I don't
but
know.
I'm not
That's what-
necessarily saying it's a spirit walking around.
Yeah.
It's-
What's that old quote by, is it Asimov, that, any technology sufficiently higher than your own
It's-
appears as magic?
Yeah.
I just think there's things out there that are parascience right now, but eventually
will become
be
science. Yeah. I
The
think
more
there's
we
just too
learn.
much in this world that can't be explained or probably just haven't been explained yet. So I don't want to jump and say, "Oh, it's a damn ghost."
Yeah, we do EVP. What I don't know about some of that. We had a static camera and a video camera. What else did we have?
We had the EVP. We had the
I also do
EMF
ion
detector.
counters. We also it's the ionization of the air. The density
What's
of
the name of the
electrons.
thing that measures the highest temperature and lower?
Oh yeah, we ran a thermal camera.
Oh, yeah, we had-
that's right, we had the thermal.
That's one of our newer toys. That's one of our newer, more expensive
But
toys.
we were running everything else, and
Playing.
there was no correlation on anything else that I know of besides.
We also one of the things we also mess with that I haven't seen a lot of other groups mess with is infrasound.
Infrasound.
To tell you,
So
actually
are you?
measure infrasound.
I want to know if this over repair tech. Are you in a group? Do you run a group, or are you just into the tech? Because that's like you like the toys.
Oh, we're on a delay. That if we're gonna
Oh,
have
yeah.
a conversation with him,
Okay,
that's
well, I
it.
was
That's
just,
gonna be
he can pop up in a second. I was just curious, but
no. But no,
infrasound is
I mean, I don't consider anything evidence until I have at least like 2 hits on 2 separate pieces of equipment. But I mean, I think it was valid data that we were getting EMFs in that area, in like a particular area where we shouldn't be getting it. I mean, it could.
Yeah, he's in a tech group.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
It could easily have been like you're actually getting the reflection of it. I mean, because it's a field. It's radiation is what you're detecting. So you could be detecting like the bound. Because I mean, you're talking just 10 feet over. There's a box that is like very
high. Yeah.
very poorly shielded. So you could be getting reflection. But what I think is weird is that when we were over there and we're looking at it, and I'm pulling a baseline, like it'll sit there at 0. And then we would walk through and basically try to replicate those bounces that you would normally get and stuff like that, and we weren't getting them. And then when we were actually getting the result in that very specific spot where we know the baseline is 0, and we haven't changed any of the elements of the environment, the only thing we were doing was asking questions and being very still, and then we were getting hits. And so it kind of correlates with what's going on, and that's what makes it weird. I don't necessarily... It could very easily be coincidence, because I didn't pull anything on thermal. I didn't get any EVPs when we were doing that.
there was nothing.
None of our photographs really return anything.
No.
So I'm not calling it evidence. I think it's very speculative, and it was very interesting. It makes for a good video too.
But the infrasound thing that you were talking about, that really interests me, because the house I live in now doesn't feel scary. But when they first drilled the derrick is when my daughter started coming to me with those stories about there being something in her room, and she was really little at the time, and it was scary.
I see more correlation between infrasound and like the weird hallucinations than I do between EMFs and the weird hallucinations. And I haven't seen a whole lot of people do testing with that, but I mean, there's a lot of studies that are showing that infrasound actually like causes more of that because it causes the tension in the back of your head. If infrasound is actually heavy enough, it will vibrate the fluid in your eyeballs and cause you to see like they can do that. They can pump infrasound into like a sound room and you'll see shadows.
Yeah.
Like shadow people.
Well, my dad was talking about it. A guy that was working at a lab or something, he kept feeling paranoid, and they were tuning a sword or something, and he had put it down, and he noticed it shaking. And so he went through and found out that it was the AC unit was running.
Right, an AC, like almost anything can cause infrasound. Like what cemetery we were at where I was
Antioch?
I was doing the infrasound detection, and I was able to see spikes in it, and it turned out the train was coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could figure out when the train was coming based on infrasound spikes, and like you wouldn't hear the train with your own ears, but then like clockwork, 5 minutes later the train would run through there.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna message this that guy because I was
Allie's answering.
I was gonna ask him to link the book and
Oh yes, we can.
oh yeah, absolutely.
And also
we'll plug that for
congratulations
you.
on publishing.
Well, that's pretty sure you can hear us, so I'm sure you can link the book like right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm also supposed to plug Brandy. We were gonna do a live interview with her. Things fell apart at the last minute, and I decided to not try to interview her live. But we're definitely gonna get her on the show at some point. But she's the author of Granbury Paranormal. She's the
apparently my hometown is super haunted.
Yeah, and she's like. You call it the chief historian? I don't know, but she runs the ghost walk out there, which was excellent, by the way. It was only $10. Me and Sarah went and did it, and we're gonna actually.
Yeah, it was really cool. I want to take my kids back because it's actually pretty kid friendly. In fact, we had a kid that was.
Oh, that was so awesome! You did really good with that. I had a great experience with that.
But there was
that
a
kid was super helpful.
He was maybe 8. He's 2 years older than He's 2 years younger than my daughter and a couple years older than my son, but he was really interested. So we let him hold the EMF, and we showed him how if you move it really fast, it brings and he moved it so slow. Like he was so good at. He was running it over things, and he was asking questions.
And he was testing stuff too. He's like, "Hey, I got a spider. I don't know if that's a ghost."
And then he heard a sound. He said he thought he heard whispering behind him. So I turned around and I showed him. I said, "Okay, I'll take a picture, but I'm also going to take a duplicate to see what happens." And then you did it with the IR camera, and we showed him that. I think he was really interested, and his dad was really cool too.
Yeah, that kid's gonna grow up to be a ghost hunter.
Yeah.
For sure. He's like, "That was awesome, Dad."
But, like he was just so chill with it. Like my kids are kind of spastic, so they'd be.
I think his dad was more spastic than he was.
Yeah, I liked his dad though. They were really cool people.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, did you find anything yet? Did you find anything?" I'm like, "Dude, we're walking around outside. We never find anything on the ghost walk thing."
You're gonna get a free digital copy of their book.
Oh, awesome!
6 years of tech research, lots of real factual info.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Cool.
And I just typed that.
Yeah, I know. I did too. How much is the delay?
It's a few seconds.
Yeah, it's a bit.
It's like a minute.
Because I'm watching it now because like I can't see the screen or whatever. But like I'm watching it now and like everything I did like 5 minutes ago.
Anything else on the itinerary that we needed to discuss?
I mean, on the note of Brandy, she runs the Ghost Walk in Granbury, which is really cool. It's every Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, and
there's 2 different walks.
7 and 10.
$7 for kids.
No, I'm saying the times were like it was 7 and 9.
Yeah. I think it was started at 9:15 and 10:15, but it was really good. It was really informative, actually. Like they take you by the prison museum.
They take you by the prison museum, the Nut House. That's the family that owned it there. They have a bunch of businesses around.
Right.
They take you by the Opera House there, which actually the Opera House. I went to see South Pacific there. They do a really great place, but it's notoriously haunted. And they take you down
some of the side streets.
Yeah, some of the side streets to the roads back there. because a lot of the houses are historical.
Oh yeah, I totally thought I caught a picture or something in the door, and it turned out there's just people living there,
Yeah.
and they're like looking out the window, like, God, I can't.
I wonder
wish
if
these
they
people
took you
weren't
by
here."
the building where my dad. There's one building on the square, and I can't remember which building it is. But every time we passed it to go to my dad's house, he would like scream and grab his knee, and I'd be like, "Oh my God, Dad, what's wrong?" And be like, "That's where I got shot." I'm like, what? And he's like, "That's where I got shot by Geronimo." I'm like, "Oh, my dad is so full of shit."
I'm gonna log
So-
his name on a notepad or something. So
I was going
now.
to tell you, but I can't read that from here, whether it's Bill Helen
here,
or
I'll
Bill
screenshot it.
Highland. I don't have my glasses on.
Okay, yeah, you screenshot it.
Yeah, I screenshot it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
We'll get
You've
you
been
some info
screenshot,
after this.
Bill.
But we're doing the expo there. And-
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
She also runs the expo, which we'll have a booth
When's
this
the
year.
expo again?
October 1st? Is that correct?
I don't know. But the kid from Child's Play is going to be there. The one
Hey,
that
yeah.
played Andrew Barclay from...
Andrew Barclay's the character. Why?
Yeah, I know. He played Andy in the movie.
I can't.
Yeah.
I've got to get a good
That movie is why I can't sleep with my feet uncovered.
I'm getting a signed doll. It's happening.
Oh God!
I think we signed up early enough. I think our booth is pretty close to
I'm
his.
gonna I don't know why.
Since my grandma still lives in Granbury, I'm trying to convince her to come at least visit because she always likes horror movies and
Right.
stuff. And
No, absolutely. But yeah, we're gonna have a booth there. I'm gonna have
it won't be 110 effing degrees, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it might be one of those years where
we're
it's
gonna
just
try.
hot all
We're
the
gonna
way
try to have like some
November.
merchandise out there for sale, like some keychains and stuff
Well,
like
look
that.
at
But
the
we'll have the
Halloween
order
costumes.
forms out for.
if kids
to get
wear Halloween costumes that would be summer wear, it will be freezing. If they wear Halloween costumes that are full coverage, it will be burning up. That's
Yeah,
That's how
that's,
it
It's
works.
the
that's how
law
it
of
works.
Texas.
Yeah.
It is. It's the law of the land.
but
But if it's cool, I want to go too. If it's too
you're
hot, I
going
can't.
anyway.
It'll be too hot, I might die.
Well, we're sitting under a freaking tent, you big baby.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, we'll be
And
doing.
there's businesses around that have AC, so
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll
Yeah.
be doing a podcast from there too. So we'll be live streaming
Oh
from.
snap! On location.
I'm going to
Yeah.
be in front of the
I'm
camera
such a
more.
dork.
It's gonna be. I'm really excited about it because there's gonna be other
Yeah.
groups and like all the businesses that are in that area are like really interested in that expo. So we're gonna be
I'm
able to
hoping
network.
find new clients and.
God, I want to get in that jail.
Should just walk around and hand cards out.
Hopefully, Brandy can get us in there. I'm
Well,
gonna have to
and
ask
you
her
can
that.
go
during
in
the-
just to visit too, so we can.
No,
go-
I want to stay.
I
there.
know, but what I'm saying is we could go in and do daytime shots and kind of feel out the place, and then go do the.
The nighttime
Yeah.
stuff.
Like I mean, like Jefferson was awesome. Like I had a good time with that.
There you go.
Sweet.
Okay, thanks.
But yeah, we've got that coming up. That's October 1st. In
In November,
November we're
Jefferson.
supposed to go back to Jefferson to do the HHL event because we were invited back as one of the guest
We should try to stay
investigators
in
for that.
the
In the
Excelsior.
hotel, yeah.
In
yeah,
there?
the Excelsior.
Or was it the one?
No,
that
the
Jefferson-
Excelsior is the one that they don't want you.
Oh, I
like,
know.
they get
That's
pissy.
No,
yeah,
the
that's
Jefferson
true.
Hotel was.
Jefferson
Okay, the
Hotel.
Jefferson Hotel. Okay.
Because that one guy that talked to me after, he was like, "Hey, I saw something in my room last night. Do you want to, come check it out?" And I was like, "I don't know."
That sounds like a red flag.
Yeah.
That sounds like an assaulty
invite to some
situation.
sort of weird swinger party. So I was like, "Ah."
Go swinger party.
Go swinging.
It's just the tech stuff is just the second half of the book. So yeah, he's into the tech and he think.
Yeah, he's my people.
Yeah.
It's like I don't hunt ghosts. I just like screwing around with our equipment. That's
I'm gonna call
Cool
BS
toys.
on
It's like
that
my
one.
dad wanting to go on a ghost hunt. I'm pretty sure it's
It's
just
just
so
a mess
lame.
he's just gonna follow me around and be like, "Hey, what'd you do that RR filter do? Is it what exactly did you do? Tell me slowly."
I don't know. Some of the tech we have is pretty
Stop
freaking.
it.
Like some of the tech we have is pretty freaking nifty. I'm
Yes.
pretty excited about it.
Brad's all super awesome with the tech stuff.
You're welcome.
I don't really get to play with the tech stuff. I don't get to film the evidence. I just filmed them.
Yeah, it was
What do you
over.
think the
We were
source
just
of
playing with the
EVP
kitty.
is? Brad,
Like-
that'd be a question for you.
Yeah, questions for you.
The source of EVP is. What do I think the source is? I mean, it depends. Like we've got some
I think
good.
it's CB truckers.
No, we shield all our equipment. Like we don't get any frequencies unless we're trying to get them. But I mean, some of the best EVPs out there, I think, are usually contamination from our own grid because people mumble subconsciously all the time. Like there's so many things I've tagged and then I've had to go back and like listen to it and listen to it and listen to it. Like, wait. That's
somebody
just Sarah.
going through
Well, and when we go out there, especially if we're outside, I get super allergy ridden, so I end up mouth breathing
sniffles and stuff like
into
that.
the thing.
Yeah. But I mean, the stuff that I tag that's like legitimate, it's really up in the air. I don't know that there's anything paranormal. But I mean, you could be talking about like.
I think.
I mean, typically it's called like a residual haunting. Like I think of stuff like that. I don't think it's a haunting. I think you're looking at stuff more related to like stone tape theory or whatever.
I think your brain innately looks for patterns and.
Absolutely. What is that? Pareidolia, audiographic pareidolia.
What do you look for?
I mean, if you listen to blank sound long enough, you're gonna start trying to.
Well, that's why when you were first doing the videos, when it popped up, you would say what it was immediately. And I asked you to stop because I think it was kind of swaying my opinion on it.
Yeah. I don't know.
So we don't know would be the answer to that. What do you think the source of EVP
if
is?
we knew, we probably wouldn't be broadcasting on YouTube, that's for sure. No, I think, like, the EVP stuff is some of the best evidence that we get. Like, I think that's some of the more solid stuff, but it's also one of the harder things to actually prove or
It was an experiment
solidify.
using a dynamic mic and instead of LJR vacuum.
But we basically do like the same experiment that he's talking about, where sound can't propagate, and that's with the diode, where we're actually we're recording EVPs, but we're not actually recording with a mic. And what we're recording with is a diode hooked up through a PCB board, and so not really, but I mean, using that diode, we've gotten some cool results with it. I have not got like a full on voice out of it. But I have got some like interesting correlations where you'll see like different frequencies moving up and down, like at the same time that we're getting EMF. Like things correlate, which is like what we talk about a lot. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Dover is the
Because I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
So YouTube is being really difficult and keeps cutting us off. I'm sure that's getting frustrated, but so we're gonna try to wrap it up, guys.
But the Dover